Hey guys, welcome back to the Shadburn Show. We are live from our baby girl's closet.
And she is asleep in the next room, so we are actually trying to be extra quiet.
I'm trying to be enthusiastic, but calm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if
That
we
makes
wake her
sense.
up, this podcast is going to be about 30 seconds long, so.
Yeah, it's like, what time is it? 7:30, almost 8. It's almost 8. Oh my
It's
gosh,
actually
it's
8:40,
8:41,
so.
I am very off.
Yeah,
But
it's almost past our bedtime.
Yeah, so we just wanted to come and talk with you guys a little bit.
And you're actually going to be presenting what we're talking about this time.
Yep.
Because I did last time. I brought up my
Yeah,
perspective.
so let me do it.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Okay,
No,
I'll
you're
keep
not.
going. So, anyways, Drew just came to me like super excited about recording tonight, and it always throws me off because I'm never like I'm thinking like taking care of the baby, making dinner. What else do I have to do to prepare for tomorrow? And Drew's like podcast, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how do I compute this in my schedule of events for the evening?
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, we made it work. So
Not to mention you got your miles in today.
I did. We did.
We're training for the mini. So I ran this morning at about 5 a.m. and then you ran after I got home from work. So
We're doing it. We're making it work.
yeah.
So Drew came to me and he asked me if I had anything on my mind or my heart today, and I just had one little tiny snippet that I thought about posting on Instagram. But is anyone else super nitpicky about like what photo you upload? Because I am, and I just really care about that. Like,
That's
don't
not
mind
something I deal
using-
with too often.
I don't mind using old photos, but I somewhat want the caption to go along with the photo. So, I don't know. It didn't work out today. So, here it is. I was thinking about how... Okay, here it is. Here's the line. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of how I said it earlier. How we use our free time is a very telltale sign of the wealth of wisdom and self-discipline we have stored up in who we are as a person.
Yeah, and it just says a lot about our heart.
A moment of silence.
Okay. But no, that is actually exactly how you said it earlier.
So what I mean by that is there has been lots of times I've been in a very structured environment and had a lot of community around me. So Asbury, then working at different ranches, different ministries, always being involved in church, and then doing YWAM, all of which are cultures that really value discipline, wisdom, and community, like teamwork.
Mm-hmm.
And they're very like high energy, like there's a lot of value in production. So like everyone's always busy. So in college you're go, like study for this, you take this test, you do this, then you run over here and you like present this, and then you're like volunteering here to get like curriculum hours or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's just very like how productive can you be in a short amount of time, which is exhausting, but it really stretches you and it really shows you what you're capable of. Like some of the fullest days I've ever had in my life were in YWAM, where I literally wanted to slam my head into a wall because I was like up to here with like to-do list. And like I was like, I can't get all this done in one day, and like, can I sit down please and just sit on my phone and not do anything? But it was like cool because it made me realize like this is the amount of work that God has for us to do in the kingdom. I'm not saying that we need to busy ourselves all the time and like that's God's heart for us, but like there's a lot to do and there's a lot to get done. And when we're in a group of people and we're capable of actually like making a big movement happen, there are a lot of jobs for the individuals that are a part of that to make it work.
Yeah.
So the reason I say your freedom, I think I just heard the baby.
Everybody hold your breath. Oh.
Should we just like pause it?
Let me actually, let's do this. If you want to check on her, I'll expand upon that point for a little bit. And then...
But what if you don't explain it the way I mean?
Okay. Well, then let's do this. We'll hit the pause button. We'll take care of baby girl. We'll come back. All right.
Okay, I wonder if she heard us.
We'll see you in just a second, folks.
Hey guys. Okay, we're back. So basically, if you want to know where you're at spiritually, there's no better way to kind of see. Well, that's a little dramatic. There's lots of ways to see where you're at spiritually, but a good sign for you and something to pay attention to is what you do in your free time.
Mm-hmm.
So can you remain self-disciplined without the influence of community around you? And can you use your time wisely? Like, can you still practice wisdom without external influences? Like, do you have those roots within yourself down deep? And can you lead yourself well? Like, I remember that's something that I've learned in the past during like my ministry experience is you can't lead others well until you lead yourself well. So what you do in your free time pretty much shows you how you lead yourself, because you're your own boss. So can you make yourself do something that you're not comfortable with, but you know it'll make you better? Can you change your habits and be consistent with that? Can you be disciplined and do something that feeds your soul rather than something that's easy and essentially shuts off your soul?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, I think what you're saying is, you know, take time to take an inventory of your life and the habits that you do on a daily basis or what you spend your time with. And one example for me personally that's super, super easy is like stuff like TikTok and social media.
Yeah,
it is
I hate how much I'm on TikTok.
Well, it's like, I'm not going to lie, it's so much fun. And it's so easy to just shut your brain off, especially if you're tired.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't want to think about anything. I just want to be entertained.
Yes, which I think it's good. Like, you can veg out for sure. Watch your favorite watch your favorite show on Netflix or YouTube. Like, I watch English Premier League highlights right now on YouTube, like a lot. But Drew and I show each other our favorite TikToks of the day. So
we do TikTok wars, basically.
Yeah. So like at the end of the day, we show each other our favorite funny TikToks and we try to like see whose was funnier. And obviously mine are every time.
You know what would be really funny? We could start doing it on here.
How would we do that?
We could have TikTok wars on here. I can set it up, but I can set it up to where
like
we can...
you could show it on the computer. Oh.
I could show everybody what our TikToks are.
Well, it's okay. Like, we can do it, but obviously everyone will know. Like, mine are funnier every time.
We'll see about that.
Drew's sense of humor is, like, psycho to me.
Her sense of humor is like... it's like a big nose exhale for me. I just...
Mine's not even
me.
that when it comes to yours. Mine is like... That's disgusting, and I don't know why you just showed me that, and I don't see the humor in it at all. So, there.
Yeah.
But we should probably wrap this up soon.
Oh, yeah. Well,
but
okay. So, yeah, we'll do TikTok wars at some point. But
that's a good idea.
So, the other thing that I want to say, like adding on to that, is you can trail down a rabbit hole with all this junk, like TikTok and social media, and just seriously lose like 20 minutes of your life, just
or
like
2 hours.
Or 2 hours. Yeah, it could just be either one, but like you just sit there and you'll like come back to the real world and you'll be like, what did I just fill my head with? And I don't want to say that just leaving it open-ended where you're like, well, you're just telling me not to fill my time with social media, what do I fill it with? Let me just like encourage everybody. There is so
Let us
much.
refer to our most recent podcast of 5 good resources that we just talked about.
Exactly. But
so,
like
tune in.
on top of that, I mean, there really is endless stuff. If you look for it, like you could find like a sermon series on YouTube, or like a YouTube channel that like had like the Bible Project. I mean, they have like 600 videos or something. Or you could just play like good stuff in the background. Like what was it? I encouraged you to like play Mozart for
Which I did do
for
today.
baby girl for.
It didn't seem like she was. I played it and I liked it. It didn't seem like she was too infatuated with that.
You know, it's I mean, obviously it's not going to have a huge impact on her like right now, but like just to avoid junk. It's just more about avoiding junk at that age.
Well, you know what we did? So something that I did when she was a newborn, and we were just at home all the time, and I was like really not wanting to go through postpartum depression. So I was like trying all these things like during the day to just like keep my spirits up and like have joy and bond with her, because I know a lot of moms, like they don't initially feel that bond with their baby because they're going through so much like hormonal stuff and like postpartum. But anyways, I would play worship music and I would just hold her and sing and dance around the living room with her, and it was like me and her just worshiping the Lord together. And so when I turned worship music on today, it's like both of us came alive, and I was like dancing and having so much fun, and she was like responding because I was being so like joyful, and she was laughing at me, and that is really fun for us to do together. But let me just say, can I give a quick tip that I would say?
Go for it.
So I think a great way to set yourself up for success in something like this, if you're trying to change your habits, obviously you need to first change your thoughts. But something that I really like to do is start my day with something productive. And I have like a little routine. Sometimes it's not always in order, and sometimes I don't do it until like an hour after I wake up. But once I do it, then I feel like I can go about the rest of my day doing productive things. But I always tell myself, Drew has basically a 9-to-5, and so do I. Even though I'm at home every day, I tell myself I'm still a child of God. I still am in this kingdom. Even though I'm not making money, I am still working. So there's still things that I can contribute to today, even though I'm not like in a 9-to-5.
Yeah.
So I really put my weight in, okay, it's work time. So I give myself tasks to do, and I give myself goals to meet every day so that I feel like I've done my job, quote unquote job. So every day I make the bed, brush my teeth, I wash my face, I change into like semi okay clothes. Sometimes it's just leggings and a t-shirt, but it's better than my PJs. And sometimes those are out of order. Like sometimes like I wake up and I don't brush my teeth right away. I don't make the bed right away because I just have to go help the baby and like do something with the baby. And then I have to eat food because breastfeeding all night makes you so hungry. So I'm like dying. But I do make it a point to do those things in the day, even if it's like literally 1 p.m. And I always clean the kitchen sink, meaning like if there's dishes in the sink, I clean them all, I rotate them in the dishwasher, and then I start making dinner, or I just like prepare what I want to make for dinner. I do a lot of cleaning, so like that I try to do once a week. Am I rambling now?
I think we're getting there.
Okay, so I'll wrap it up by saying lead yourself well. So whatever that looks like for you, start small. Maybe it's just making your bed every day, just starting off and making your bed every day. And like doing that alone will help you be more productive throughout the rest of your day.
Yeah. And we'll expand upon that more in the future and stuff, but we just wanted to make this a little short episode, just something for you guys to have instead of nothing. So
I hope that made sense. Did all of that make sense? Like,
yeah, but we'll expand upon it even more.
You have all this freedom during the day. And why is it that you're not as productive alone than when you're with a bunch of people that are telling you what to do?
Yeah.
So
something to think about.
Yeah, it's like, I get it that it's just like a completely different thing when you're working as a team.
Yeah.
But like, why not try to be productive like that when you're alone? Like, why not?
Let's investigate that and we'll come back to it.
Yeah, because I'm not saying be unhealthy and like busy yourself, but if you know what you're capable of, if you know how much you can actually get done in a day, then ask yourself, am I really using my time wisely? Like, I feel like there aren't enough hours in the day, but God, can I add something else? Can I commit something else? Because obviously, like, I've done more in a day, so it's possible to do more now. So, needless to say, I'm in a very restful season right now. I could be, but I'm ramping things up, I'd say, because I want to really like make the most of my day, and I want to serve my family well, and I want to be a good example to my daughter. So those are just my thoughts.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for this episode. We kept it short and sweet. We will see you guys tomorrow.
Okay. Bye, guys.